Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good weekend out there. And I was kind of looking through my YouTube videos, and I realized it's been a while since I made a pickups video. I think it's been since like December or something. And that's not because I haven't been going around picking up games and stuff, but I think this year is kind of slow. And I'll find like a game here, game there, a couple games at this place, a couple games at that place, but it's not been enough to make like one video to show like a big haul or anything. But I've got actually a huge amount of stuff to show you guys today, and we're just gonna relax and I'll show you what I've been picking up for the last 3 months or so. Now, I don't think that I was able to find everything. Over the months I've kind of put the different games in different places, but I kind of tried to remember what I've been picking up, and I gathered everything up to show you here. And I've actually got things kind of in order from like oldest game to like newest game, I guess. And I got a few random odds and ends to show you guys too. So sit back and relax, and let's start off with some Nintendo games. Now, Nintendo's getting to be kind of an old system now. I mean, the original NES. So finding games like out in the wild is getting more rare and more rare. And I never find like box games or anything. But I've been getting games at thrift stores for a while now, and I've just been selling them on eBay. And I've been accumulating like a lot of money in my PayPal account. So I said, what can I spend this on? I mean, I don't have money burning a hole in my pocket or anything, but I've been kind of just wanting a few games that I just never got around to getting. And one of them is Golgo 13. And this is for the original NES. And I found this very nice copy on eBay. It was like $25. It's not, these aren't like crazy collector games yet. Or, they probably never will be. But I just thought this is such a unique NES game. This is, I don't know if you guys know this character. He's kind of like an anime version of James Bond, but he's like, back from the 80s or 70s or something like that. And he's pretty hardcore. I actually saw the animes like a long time ago when I was in high school. And they are very violent. Totally recommend them if you guys like the older style animes. Spy action, all that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, NES games don't really do a great job of what's the word? Portraying all the anime in it. But it's kind of just an interesting game to see. And you can run around as Golgo 13 doing various missions and stuff. And it's kind of just cool to have in the collection. And I also picked up this, and you wouldn't know it, but this is also a Golgo 13 game. It's called the Moffett Conspiracy. And this is, I guess, kind of a sequel. I actually don't know if the stories are connected or if it's just like a different game completely. But yeah, just these old Nintendo games. I don't really have a whole lot of boxed versions of them anyway. But these are just ones I wanted to pick up and just kind of have these old boxes. I mean, this one's still got the plastic on it even, so it's like very minty still. Yeah, both these games were like $50 together, so I can't really complain too much. I mean, that's cheaper than a new game. So that's the NES. I'll just stick these here for now. And I've also been finding some Genesis games. And these I got just at, Savers or Goodwill. And these aren't excellent games or anything. We got Taz in Escape from Mars. This definitely needs some cleaning. Got stickers and stuff on there. And I haven't tried these yet, actually. I don't know if they're great or not. Got Vector Man, which I have tried before. This is a pretty good one. Very interesting, just kind of platformer. I think you're like a shooter. Shooting and platforming, that kind of stuff. And I know this game is garbage, Batman Forever, but it was like $3. I just thought I'd pick it up and then check it out. I've never played it actually. I've just seen it being mocked on YouTube mostly. And this one I just found last week, actually, at Goodwill. This is World of Illusion, starring Disney's Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. So I got that for $4.29. Now, this is something kind of interesting about Goodwill I've been noticing. When I first started game hunting, like, I don't know, 3 years ago at Goodwill around here, probably longer than that, actually. But, I was consistently finding games priced at like $1.50, $2, stuff like that. And now they're getting a little higher. I've been noticing especially with their games, they'll start marking the prices up a little bit. I mean, not a whole lot, but whether it's like a PS2 game or a Genesis game or whatever, I've been noticing it's usually $4.29. And some days you still get the half off sales. If you're lucky, you'll find a game that's sitting around for a while. But since this coronavirus has hit, they shut down all the sale Saturdays because I guess they they don't want too many people coming to the store at one time. And so I'm not really worried about the virus, to be honest. So I've been going to Goodwill just like on the weekdays and checking stuff out. And I've actually been finding some good stuff there because there's almost like no one shopping there now. It's kind of interesting. For instance, the other day I was there and I just completely randomly found a Wii U Remote. This is like the Pro Pad or whatever. And it's dirty, but I looked it over and it's almost in like mint condition. It doesn't have any scratches on it or anything. And I don't own a Wii U. It's kind of like one of those systems where I'd grab it if I saw it, in front of me and there was like a good deal on it. But there's honestly only like a few games that I actually want to play on it. So, I mean, I could sell this, but I don't know if it works. So I might just hang on to it in case I ever do find a Wii U. I don't know. Yeah, I only paid $4.50 for it, so I couldn't really pass it up. So I got that. This is I was actually more excited about. And this I've already cleaned up and everything and have been using. But I found a Logitech wireless controller for the original Xbox. So you plug this into your system here, and this is like the receiver for it. And you got your memory card slots and stuff in there. And then you got a wireless controller for your original Xbox. And this is pretty much the same quality, I'd say, as the PS2 Logitech controllers that I've been getting. And it's great to just be able to play original Xbox wirelessly. And these are actually kind of tricky to find if you're trying to find them on eBay and stuff. I think usually you can find like the receiver by itself or the controller by itself. It's very rare that you actually get them together, and they go for like $30 or $40 often, I've seen. So I was happy to get that. I think I paid like $9 for it. And it's very clean, no scratches. I couldn't complain. What else we got here? Oh, we got some PS1 games I found just last week. We got diehard Trilogy. And I've never played this game. I've got a copy of it. I think it's also a greatest hits version. So, unfortunately, you get the boring silver disc and everything. But it's in good shape. And I will kind of put my two copies together and see which one is in better shape. And then I'll probably just sell the other one. And I got a copy of Star Wars Rebel Assault 2 for PS1. Check that out. And I've actually got this game too, but it's only like a burned copy. So I was happy to see this one, like a real copy of it. And unfortunately it's missing the manual, but both discs are in here and they're kind of scratchy, not the best PS1 discs I've ever seen. But, they look good and I'm sure they're playable. So I got that. I just got to get a new case for this and, clean it up and everything. That was cool. And what else? I guess we're moving on up to PS2 now. Let's see. Now, all these PS2 games here I think I found at Savers. and I found a copy of Ark the Lad Twilight of the Spirits, which I think I looked at very briefly on YouTube like years ago and wasn't very interested in it. The graphics look not very good, and I've actually never played an Ark the Lad's game, so this is one of the few like role-playing games that I don't have for the PS2. And unfortunately, no manual, which sucks. And this game's actually, I think it only goes for like $7 on eBay anyway. So I didn't really get like a great deal on it. I think I paid like $6 for it at Savers. But it was right in front of me, so I grabbed it. Sometimes I just get these impulse buys, I don't know. And I also found a Cool Borders 2001. And this is the only Cool Borders game, as far as I know, that came after the PS1. They never made any more after this one. So I got a pretty decent shape copy, and I haven't tried it yet, but I haven't tried my other Cool Borders games either. So this is kind of a series that I will have to get into someday and just kind of check things out on it. And the last one, this one I actually was pretty excited to see too. This was at Savers, and this copy is just in mint condition. I mean, there's like not a scratch on the case even, so I was super happy to find it. And this is Extermination. And this is actually an early kind of survival horror game for the PS2. It's kind of got the old tank controls, I think, still, kind of like the old Resident Evil games. And this one I've kind of had on my radar for a while. I never wanted to pay for it on eBay or anything, but happy to get it at Savers for just a couple bucks for sure. And I'll play probably a while later. I haven't tried it out either. And I found a few Xbox games here. We got Onimusha. Now, there was 3 or 4 Onimusha games, I think, on PS2, but this is the only one on the Xbox. And this is the first one, which is actually probably one of the better ones, I'd say. Unfortunately, no manual, but I've already gone through this whole game on the PS2. I thought it was excellent, actually. It's again, it's kind of like Resident Evil 2 with the tank controls, but you're a samurai, and you're fighting like demons and stuff, and it's pretty well done, actually. I've heard this Xbox version's a lot harder. I forget how they just upped the difficulty level a lot, so if you want a more challenging game, I'd recommend you get this one, and I think it might have better graphics too. I'm not quite sure about that. We're not saying we got 480p on the back or anything. But yeah, definitely a good game. And this one I actually don't know anything about, The Italian Job. Got a nice complete copy, original Xbox. And I'm thinking it's some kind of a driving game. That's all I know about it. And if you're driving minis around, it says it's based on the movie. The 2003 movie, not the older one. So I'll check that out, I don't know. And this is another one I never heard of, Conflict Vietnam. And this one is made by Microsoft, I guess. Oh no, it's made by Global Star Software. I don't know. Nice complete copy again. And it looks to be some kind of Medal of Honor clone, maybe? I don't know. No idea. I just thought I'd grab it. Sometimes you see these Xbox games lying around, you just have no idea what they are, so they made some unique ones. I don't think that's on the PS2. I've never seen it otherwise. Oh, I got some GameCube games, actually. I almost never find games for the GameCube around the Goodwills and Savers and stuff, but I found a copy of Rayman 3, Hoodlum Havoc. And I've tried a couple of Rayman games. I don't know how good they are. They've got kind of a goofy looking character, but they're very popular. So I'll try this out and see how it is. And this one I bought off eBay, actually. This is one of the few GameCube games I've ever bought off eBay. And I don't actually have that many GameCube games. I probably have under a handful still. But I saw this reviewed somewhere on YouTube, and they were saying it's very unique. I guess you're this chick here, and it's like a third-person shooter, but she's like dancing around and destroying robots and stuff. I don't know, it looked very strange, and I thought I'd pick it up because I looked at this and I'm like, okay, that's going to be one of these titles that's just, impossible to get later on. So I wanted to grab it while I could. And this one actually went up in price like right after I bought it too. I think I paid like $18 for it, and now it's going for like double that on eBay. So I'm kind of glad I got it when I did. I picked it up in like early January, maybe late December. But I played it a little bit. The controls are kind of iffy on it, actually. I don't know how great of a game it is, but I'll have to try it some more and get back to you on that one. Now we're up to Xbox 360 here. I got Zumba World Party. Now this is not for me. I got this for the wife. And usually I see these Kinect games around, they're just thrashed. But this one is actually in nice shape, beautiful case still. So I picked it up for her, and she's actually already got this for the PS3. But on the PS3 version, you have to carry like the Move around with you while you're dancing, and there's like a special belt she has to wear to put the Move controller in. This one, it just uses the Kinect, so I haven't tried it yet. I haven't hooked it up for her yet, but I'm hoping this will be a little easier for her to do. She can just stand in front of the Kinect camera and do her stuff on there, and get some more exercise. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Do your best to get your wives to get some exercise. It's not always so easy. This one, Fallout 3, the Game of the Year edition. I think that's what they call it. Yeah, Game of the Year edition. And this actually, I bought all the expansions off the online store when this game was brand new. This was one of the, actually I think it was the first game where I was like, wow, I want to actually buy expansions for it. And there's like 4 expansions. No, there's 5 expansions. I don't think they were all sold separately though. I think maybe a couple of them were together. Anyways, I remember when I bought it, they gave you like themes for your Xbox 360 homepage and stuff like that, which might still be around on a hard drive of mine somewhere. I'm really not quite sure. But I just had the original game in a physical copy. So when I saw this, I wanted to get it, just in case I ever lose that data on my hard drives, I'll have a physical copy of the complete game with all the expansions and everything. And a lot of people, don't like this game after playing Fallout 4, or actually, I think New Vegas. My cousin was playing New Vegas. He played it first before this one, and he said he actually preferred New Vegas better. I thought they were very similar, even though they were made by different companies, but I actually like this one probably right up there with Fallout 4, actually. I think for the time, I think it might have been even a little better, in my opinion. Now I tried to play it again, and the graphics are looking a little iffy, kind of outdated and everything now, but it's still a really fun game. So if you like the Fallout games, if you've never played Fallout 3, totally recommend it. And this one I grabbed. This is a game that I saw El Toro Loco playing on like a live stream one day, I think. And it's called The Call of Juarez, The Cartel. And I think there's a couple of these Call of Juarez games for the Xbox 360. And this copy wasn't super duper. It's, decent shape. And I already cleaned it up and everything. But no scratches on the disc, so someday I want to check this out. I actually don't really have any idea what you do. The only time I saw Toro playing it, he's like shooting a cannon at someone for like 10 hours or something. I don't know what he was doing. But it was pretty funny looking, so I said, gotta get it. Man, we're getting close to the end here, actually, I think. Need a little beer here. I'm drinking my Corona from my Fat Cat class here. Classic. I actually don't know if you're supposed to drink alcohol on YouTube. I think very technically you're not supposed to. But I've seen other people do it, and they're like monetized, so I don't know. People get away with it somehow. All right, we got Wii games to show you guys now. And I found actually really good Hall of Wii games just this past week, all at the Goodwill and all together. And I was like, wow, grab. And they're all complete. They all got manuals and everything. And I think they must have all just come from the same guy, or gal. And we got Red Steel, which I've heard about. It's like a first-person sword game, I guess. And I actually heard that the second one was better and that this one has some issues with the controls. I don't know, I don't really have any experience with these games. But I saw this for $4 and I said, I'll grab it. This one, I actually don't know why I grabbed this one. We got Driver Parallel Lines. And I tested this game actually when it was in beta, right before I left Atari, I think. And I didn't really care for it, to be honest. And I saw this lying around for the Wii. I'm like, what is that? And it says Ubisoft. So I guess Ubisoft somehow got it for the Wii. I don't know if it's much different, but this is another one of these things where just like, oh, that's weird, I'll get it. You know, I don't know if I'll keep it, but you know, I probably should at least try it to see what it looks like. Maybe it's got better graphics on it or something, I don't know. We got a copy of Super Paper Mario. Look at that. And I've got the original Paper Mario on the N64. And when I saw this, I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't even know they made one for the Wii. But we got a very nice, complete copy. Don't know if it's good. I'm assuming it's good. It's a Paper Mario game, and very popular as far as I know. Another popular one, I've never played any of these. These Super Smash Brothers games, I've never played any of them. And this is one of the Wii versions. I think there might be one or two on the Wii. I could be wrong, I don't know. Let's see. Nice, complete copy. Look at that. And even though this game's old, these Smash Brothers games are still collectible. I'll probably keep this one just because it's so nice, and I've never played these games, but I could easily sell this for like $25 on eBay. It's like, you know, like that. So I just grabbed it. Same with Wii Party. I honestly have no interest in playing Wii Party. These little, what do you call them? The little characters for the Wii. I have no idea. They're ugly to me. I don't want to have anything to do with this Wii Party. But this is another game. You know, you could sell these on eBay for $20-25 all day long. It's just weird. I guess it's like a nostalgia thing for Wii owners. Not my cup of tea, but you know, if you like it, maybe you can tell me what's so good about them. I don't know. Here we go. We got a light gun shooter here for the Wii, Super Slam Hunting Alaska by Remington. And this one's actually kind of collectible too, I guess. I think this is like a $15 game. But I think I'm going to keep this one. I saw some YouTube footage on it. It just looks hilarious. There's like all these animals running out the forest at you and you're just blasting. It looks so ridiculous. And I haven't tried it, but I'm going to try it for sure. Don't have any Tony Hawk games for the Wii. I saw Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. Nice complete copy. Try that out. I still think probably Tony Hawk 2 is my favorite out of all of them, but that's probably just for nostalgia reasons. You know, I got 3 and 4 on the PS2, and I don't think I ever even finished those two, actually. I might have finished 3. I probably didn't play 4 for more than like 5 hours, I'm guessing. Yeah, maybe that's why I should go take a look at it again someday. And this one is another one I have no interest in playing. Hip Hop Dance Experience. And I don't know what you do in it, but I just checked online and you can sell it. And so I said, okay, I'll make a tiny little profit off it real quick and pay for something else on eBay. So yeah, nice little stack of Wii games here. And now we're up to PS4. And we have a stack of PS4, actually. Look at this. Now this one and this one I just found at Goodwill. I do not own a, what is it, a PlayStation VR. This is the demo disc for it. I've already played this at like my cousin's house who actually has it. And I've got Destiny for PS3. I don't think you're even able to play this game anymore online, I'm not sure. But yeah, I haven't tried either of these. But the reason I actually picked these up, because some of my PS4 games have torn up cases, and I think I got these both on a half-off day. So for like $2 PS4 cases that are in decent shape, I just grabbed both of them. And they might be played, they might be recycled and put into other games. We'll see. I found this at a pawn shop, actually. Transformers Devastation. Now this one looked really interesting because you're playing as like the old Transformers, like the Transformers I had when I was a little kid. Most of these Transformer games now they're with the newer movies and stuff, but I saw this game being looked forward to by a lot of people on YouTube. And I never tried it. I saw them play it briefly, but I saw it at a pawn shop, and I said, I want that for $5, and they said, okay. So I grabbed it. Yeah, that should be fun sometime. I hope they play the old music and stuff too. That would be really, really cool. But this is the game I have really been playing a lot of lately. I found this at a pawn shop too. I think I paid $25 for it, which is actually like the most expensive pawn shop game I've ever played. But I was willing to do that because this is kind of like a new game still. It's just, I think it came out like a year ago. And this is the collector's version, which I think gives you a cardboard box and a map. So I don't really know how it's a collector's version. Oh, they give you some codes for like a few things in the game too. I think you get like a special horse, and you get like a special costume for your guy. I think that's it. So collector editions are not really, much special anymore. I mean, I got a map in the first Red Dead Redemption game I bought back in the day. But man, this game has blown my mind, man. I played the original Red Dead Redemption when it was new. And, I kind of agreed with everyone else, like, oh, it's a cool game, it's a little different, it's like Grand Theft Auto with cowboys. And to be honest, I really enjoyed it at the time, but I couldn't tell you what I did in it like 5 years later. It was kind of a forgettable game, for me anyway. And this game, though, they must have spent just years and thousands upon thousands of man-hours on this game. Just the world they crafted in this game is incredible. I've honestly never seen a game like this. It's basically an open world game, and you got missions you're doing that kind of lead you through the world. Much like Grand Theft Auto 5 actually, and just kind of the layout. But I think this game's actually, it might be bigger than Grand Theft Auto 5, and the wilderness that they put together, it looks like you're really out in the wilderness. And just the power of the PS4, they can put all the trees and all the plants and animations and stuff that they just couldn't do with the original game. So this game it really came alive to me, and the voice acting they got for all the characters just amazing, and all the cutscenes and everything. They did a slam job, and I don't know how many hours I've actually put into this. Most games, when you save it, they tell you how many hours you've played. This one doesn't, and it's probably a good thing, because if I had to guess, I might have already put like literally 200 hours in this game since I got it. And I've just had a blast with it. It's one of the games that is just a masterpiece for the PS4. Definitely the best PS4 game I've played up to date. Mind you, I haven't played too many, but man, this one I really enjoyed. I highly recommend it to any of you guys. Even if you don't like Westerns, my buddy Dean was saying, it looks good, but I don't really like Western scenes. This will make you like Western scenes, but it's just amazing. Really great game. And I got a couple other new PS4 games. I got Dark Souls 3, the Fire Fades edition with all the DLC on it, and I got the remastered version of the original Dark Souls. And I had the Dark Souls 3 just like the regular version, which I never played, mind you. But then I found out they had this version, and I said, oh, well shoot, I might as well just get rid of my other one and get this one since it's got all the DLC on it. So I've been trying to sell the original one of these that I have on eBay. No one's wanted it. But if any of you guys are interested, maybe I'll send it out to you. Yeah, I don't know about this game. I'm sure it's amazing. Hopefully it's better than Dark Souls 2, but this Dark Souls 1 game I had to have on the remastered. It's just, oh man. I played this game for like maybe an hour or two already. And honestly, they say remastered, but the only things that I really saw were a whole lot different were, I don't know how to describe it technically, but they like upped the, maybe that, instead of like 720, you're playing it in like 1080p. And the textures, though, they still kind of look the same. So you're seeing kind of like stretched out textures on your screen very, very clearly. Whereas in like the PS3 version, I didn't even notice the stretched textures. So I think if I had to say that if you've never played the game before, I might just play it on the PS3, to be honest. Because the game looks beautiful on the PS3, and if you're one of these guys like me who appreciates the work that a company could do on the older console and be impressed by, like, wow, this is an older console, but the game still looks good. Yeah, that's what I'd suggest. Go for the PS3 version. But if you want to play, the newest thing, the remaster, the highest resolution, all that kind of stuff, go for this one because you probably won't even care. It still looks great, plays great, and classic game. Gotta say, classic game. And actually, I bought both these on Amazon Prime, which I got like a free subscription to over Christmas time when I was ordering a bunch of gifts. And I've never seen this before. I ordered both of these at 10 o'clock in the morning, and Amazon was able to deliver both of them to me. I think they got it here like 9:30 at night the same day. I was like, wow, talk about service back then. Games to your door the same day. That's great times we live in, I gotta say. And there's another thing I'd never seen before. I've never bought a limited run game either, and this is what is it? Blazing Chrome, and I guess it's one of these kind of retro style games. It's supposed to look kind of like an old Contra game, like on the Genesis or the Super Nintendo. And it's not Contra though; it's like their own thing that they made. But I got a little plastic case that they shipped it in for me, and I guess that's a business card, but oh no, it's actually got look at that, it's actually got the characters on the card. It's kind of cool. And I haven't even opened this up to play it, actually. I've been kind of saving it for something. I guess just whenever I'm in the mood to play it. As this is one of the games that everyone was talking about on YouTube, but I kind of just have not wanted to see any of the gameplay. I just, heard it's really good, and I just want to experience it for myself and just have, my own time with it, basically, without it being spoiled. Okay, so that's actually it for all the console games we got. I just got a few more things to show you guys, actually. Look at this. Got a couple of Blu-ray movies I found at Goodwill. Mortal Kombat Legacy. Now, I never heard of this when I saw it. I'm like, wow, they made another Mortal Kombat movie? So I just snatched it. It's not actually a movie, though. I almost wonder if it was like on TV or something. But they've got 9 episodes. And, you got a couple episodes with Jax, Sonya, and Kano. You got a Johnny Cage episode. You got a Raiden episode. And I guess they're kind of just like... I don't know if they're actually related to the games. Well, they probably are, but they're just kind of like little vignettes of the characters and like different situations that maybe tell a little bit of their story or something. And it's okay. I mean, it's the action was cool. I've only watched about half of it, but it does seem like it was made for TV, kind of. And I got 3 movies on one Blu-ray set here. We got all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from back in the day. We got 1, 2, and 3. And we got the Blu-rays looking like little pizzas even. I thought that was cute. So I grabbed this for $2, and I've got the first Turtles movie on VHS that my brother and I watched the hell out of when we were young. I think I saw the second one once, maybe we were at a friend's house. I've never seen the third one, so now these are all in my collection, and I'll maybe watch them with my kids someday. And last Blu-ray, Skyfall with James Bond. And after I bought this, I realized that I'd already seen it, but it's still a good movie if you like these newer James Bond movies. And I also, this is really the coolest movie thing I found at Goodwill. This is the Sopranos, and this is all 86 episodes. How many seasons we got here? The complete series. Let's see. The outer cardboard is a little raggy, but the actual set itself is in amazing shape. We got all 6 seasons here, all 30 discs. This thing weighs like 10 pounds. And I've actually been watching these again. I saw these not when they were new, but like I think I watched them all kind of around the same time. Maybe like when season 5 was new. And then I don't think I even finished the show, actually. I think I just caught maybe the last episode or something. But this is a great show, and I was stoked to find these all together. Usually you see just like a season by itself or something out in the wild. But now I got all 6 seasons, the whole series, and I paid $4.29 for this whole thing. Not a bad deal indeed. And I think I've been watching it lately. I think I've already finished like the first season. So it still holds up. It's still a good show. If you like the old mobster type movies and stuff, they play a lot off The Godfather and stuff like that. Now we got some PC games I found. And this is probably the longest pickup video I've ever done. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm enjoying just kind of sitting here talking with games. Nice relaxing Saturday. Here we got Rise of Nations, Rise of Legends. I have absolutely no idea what this is. It's an old PC game for like the XP, I guess. And it seemed to be complete. I got manual paperwork, got 3 CD-ROMs on there. And it's got a product key still, so I grabbed it. And I'm thinking it's like some kind of old school RTS game. But it's a mystery. And here's a well-known series, but a mystery to me. I found Red Alert 3. This is the Command & Conquer series. And this one actually has Red Alert 2 on it as well. So we got 2 games on here. Command & Conquer Red Alert 2 and 3. I've seen 3 on like the PlayStation 3. It's an RTS game, and it looks like it's got a very silly sense of humor. You got like kind of like live action characters, and they're just hamming it up for the game, I think. So that's what I was kind of excited to see. I've seen it for the PS3 or the Xbox 360 around, but I'm guessing the controls will be a lot better to work with on the PC. And this one I didn't know anything about. We got Command & Conquer 4. And I guess it's a sequel to the Red Alert 3. So hopefully it'll be fun. And I actually really like these RTS games. This is actually Starcraft II. This is actually, if you probably took all the hours I've played on any one game and added them together, I've probably played more Starcraft II actually than any other game that I've ever played. And that's because I think I bought this game almost when it first came out, maybe I'm usually late to the party on these new games. But I've had this game for years, and this is like the third expansion that I just found at Walmart, actually, for $10 or so. And this is a very fun RTS game, and it's got, little story missions you can go through and stuff. And I still play this on average at least like 3 times a week, I'd say. Just, get around in here or there. During when I'm working or something, I'll have a little downtime and I'll pop in a round of Starcraft II. It still holds up, and the reason is there is still a huge community that contributes to this game. They're making mods for it. Every day you'll see new maps pop up that you can play. So it's basically like a new game still every day, which I think is really cool. And I can't really recommend it to people. It's probably not most people's thing, these computer RTS games, but I like it. All right, now this is the finale here, and Dean, I don't know if you don't know about this. I had never heard about this thing before. Duke Nukem Manhattan Project, and I don't think they ever made this for like PlayStation or anything. I think it's a PC only game. But I was at Goodwill, and I saw they had a copy here that is never been opened. And tell me if you know about this game. I don't know if it's any good. It's Duke. How can it not be good, right? But look at this. It says special edition keychain inside. I don't know. It appears that this game's never been opened, but I'm going to open it. And we're going to see about this keychain, all right? Let's see what we got here. It always kind of is a mystery to me why people just get rid of things that are new like this. Oh, looks like I opened the wrong side. Oh, we can still get the keychain out there. Hey, look at this. And it appears we've got the disc. Just a disc in there, it looks like. Huh. Well, there might be a paperwork in there too, I don't know. But alright. Got a little Duke Nukem keychain here. What's it say on here? It says Duke Nukem Manhattan Project. Good for one fare, Transit Authority. Oh, so it's like a little subway coupon, I guess. That's kind of cool. That's actually a nice little keychain. I don't know if I'll use it, but kind of a cool little tchotchke. And yeah, well, I guess I'll just keep it with the game here. I'll just put it back in the box for now. And I'll check out the game at some point, I'm sure. I still haven't played the what is the PS3 Duke Nukem. I haven't played that one all the way through yet either. So I gotta catch up on all my games that I've been grabbing. That honestly, there'll never be time probably to play all these games I get. I've been noticing that I just have a huge amount of games now, and even though I'm not gonna be able to give everyone a thorough playthrough, I just enjoy having them. I enjoy, trying them out when I'm in the mood for them. And I only buy games that I actually want to play. I never buy games that I just want to take up room on my shelf. I think a lot of collectors kind of do that. I've always tried to stay away from that just because I really don't want my house cluttered. And these games take up a lot of room, to be honest. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube also of just collectors that they've gone overboard and then they're trying to get rid of their collection. It's kind of interesting. I'm one of these characters. I almost keep everything that I've ever bought. Well, unless I unless I want to sell it, but I don't buy things thinking that I just want it to happen. I want to enjoy these games. I want to enjoy the art on them. I want to, just enjoy the whole experience of collecting them too, which is really fun. So anyways, I guess that's it for today. If you sat with me through the end of this, you're a champ, man. And I hope you have a great weekend, and don't catch that coronavirus like Filthy D. See you guys later.